Hello all, Bearded Ford Tech here. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're not new, welcome back. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. So I put on the community post that GM is shutting down the truck plant, one of their truck plants, for 2 weeks starting on the 27th, which would be tomorrow. There's a reason that they're doing it, and one of the CEOs or whatever said it's to not enough buyers. But there's actually a little bit more to it than that. So let's go take a look at that, of why they're shutting the plant down. And they're not the only ones doing it. Ford shut down the production of the Lightning there for a little while because one of the trucks caught fire in one of their holding lots, which actually spread to another truck. So let's take a look at why GM is shutting. All right, here's why both Ford and GM have shut down the pickup production. It's delayed deliveries, material shortages, scrawny dealership lots. The news that General Motors and Ford are both temporarily shutting down the entire production plant is, well, worrisome. And not only because the pickup truck and SUV segments make up 75% of annual sales in the US. One of these plant shutdowns is voluntary and it complies with the United Auto Workers Bargaining Agreement, while the other is a swift response to a vehicle fire with an impending production change. That would be the Ford Lightning. Oh, the CEO, Mary Barra, gives a business update at Fort Wayne Assembly Plant. That's who said it was because of not enough buyers. They announced this 2-week shutdown at Fort Wayne, Indiana pickup truck plant. Sorry about that. Starting on the 27th of March, which would be tomorrow. It's a result of increased production during a time of steadying demand, according to an employee memo. The GM's full-size truck plant in Michigan, Canada, and Mexico will continue to produce trucks, and the company plans to proactively manage inventory throughout the year. And the stoppage is actually in line with previous statements from the GM CFO, Paul Jacobson, who said the company aims to have about 50 to 60 days of inventory through 2023. So they don't want to overload their dealerships with so much inventory that they can't get rid of a truck when a new model comes out. As compared to pre-pandemic times, that's down around 30 days of inventory. Current levels of demand don't necessitate pre-pandemic production levels. There's Ford CEO Jim Farley with F-150 Lightning. Yeah. Ford struggled with the quality control the past year. Jim Farley did admit that the F-150 Lightning has experienced growing pains of its own. About 3 weeks ago, fire broke out in the holding lot in Dearborn, and confirmed the fire originated from a pre-delivery Lightning model and spread to an additional Lightning truck before being extinguished. So battery vehicles like that are very, very complicated to put out. The fires are. The fire meant Ford had to halt production of its electric pickup truck through at least this week. However, a company said the joint venture battery supplier SK is back to producing the cells in Georgia, and that expects a smooth but slow return to production. That's just talking about how many fires, and it's talking about 25 fires per 100,000 sales of electric vehicles compared to 1,530 per 100,000 internal combustion vehicles. Still, fires from EVs are often more difficult to extinguish thanks to burning temperatures of lithium-ion batteries. So let's get back down here. Ford's grappling with a potentially costly return to production. GM shutdown may actually pay off over time, according to Cox Automotive. Maintaining profitability in GM's main focus, and that shutting down a plant is a highly strategic move, keeping profits rolling in. That means keeping prices up by not flooding the market with product and then discounting. So basically what they're saying is they don't want to keep the prices up, have a full lot of new vehicles, and then when a new model rolls in, they're going to have to discount the crap out of another vehicle just to let it go. Better residual values, high inventory, but seems to be focused on incentives to go after volume and market share. GM's not the only domestic manufacturer capable of doing limited production shutdowns. Krebs said Ford and Stellantis are both carrying extra inventory, around 80 to 130 days, and could very well cut production or offer buyer incentives to keep from overproducing. By comparison, foreign manufacturers like Toyota, Honda, and Kia are struggling to keep more than 30 days supply. Program required automakers put employees who would have been laid off into a program where they can still get full pay. Oh, that's for the infamous jobs program. Ultimately, the shutdowns are temporary and truck production will continue in Michigan and Indiana. However, both shutdowns signal the continued turmoil of the automotive industry as OEMs struggle to regain footing in a new and abnormal market. With ample inventory, GM just might coast through quarter one of this year as it refocuses on selling existing units and maintaining profitability. Ford is stuck addressing the kind of quality control problems that plagued it last year. Through the announcement of an additional battery facility in conjunction with contemporary Amperex technology could create further redundancy. Not a huge EV fan, but it is what it is. So it basically just boils down to inventory levels. There's not enough buyers out there right now with the way that the prices of trucks and SUVs are. It's ridiculously insane. So there's more on the lot than there is people buying, and they don't want to overload the dealerships. Basically what they said was, let's keep what we have so we don't really have to do incentives and mark the prices down and lose money. And we can just keep them on the lot, and when they sell, we'll get more of them in. So it is a strategic move by GM, I'm not gonna lie. But there's something else going on. There has to be. I just have to do some more digging. I hope that information helps you. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.